Hello and welcome back to our TinkerCad tutorial series. This is Mr. Russo bringing you part 5, short commands to live by. This will be a rather quick video as we need to accomplish essentially 3 things. First, it's receiving credit for the final tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do that. Second, I'm going to show you our short commands cheat sheet with 5 vital categories that you should be paying attention to. This cheat sheet will not only be provided to you as a physical laminated copy in the classroom that you can use at any time, but we will also put it on Google Classroom for you to download and make your own copies so that you can use it throughout all of CAD. And finally, I'm going to show you how to access files from our Classes tab for future projects, as this is where any pre-made STLs that your STEM teacher is going to be providing you with will be located. So to get started, on the right hand side, they did move it a little. We're going to hit create 3D design. We're going to name this TinkerCad tutorials 5. And simply enough, on the right hand side, we're going to drag in 2 things. We're going to drag in a yellow star and we're going to drag in a text box. So first, I'll go on the right, I'll drag in a star and put it in the center. The next thing I'll do is I'll drag in a text box, I'll put that in the center, and I'm going to change the text to complete. All I'm asking you to do here is literally this to get full credit. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is this cheat sheet. So I'm putting it up on the screen for you now as an overlay to show you what this looks like, and I can go over the 5 categories with you. All of these are keyboard shortcuts, and these are essentially the things that myself or Ms. G will be using if you came over to us for quick help. These are the commands that we rely on, and we feel that it's very important that you have quick access to these, as eventually you will memorize these and they will just become second place and you'll just get used to using them. So the first thing is, if you want to view your model at different angles, there's a couple of different quick commands to use, and you'll see those 4 different options under viewing 3D space. The next thing is your shape properties, which is for grouping or ungrouping or making a hole or making something transparent. Sometimes transparency is not just about, you wanting to make a hole through something, but maybe you want to see how deep the hole that you're cutting goes, and you want to make sure that it's accurate. The other thing that we have here is our helpers, which is if you need to move the workplane quickly, or you have to place a ruler because you need to make sure of a measurement or something like that. The next category we have has to do with rotating and scaling and moving objects and just quick ways of doing that. And finally, the commands. These are really the ones that you're going to use all the time, which is your copy, your paste, your duplicate, your drag. If you want to select everything, if you want to align something, or you want to do a mirror flip, anything like that. And really, undoing and redoing are 2 of the biggest ones, which is Control Z and Control Y. But like I said, you do not need to memorize this. We will provide you with a copy of this, but it is something that's extremely handy that throughout all of CAD, it's something that you're going to want to come back to and rely on and familiarize yourself with. All right, so at this point, we're going to go to the top left and we're going to click TinkerCad Dashboard. And now you should have received credit for that. And the final thing I want you to do is I want to show you where to access pre-made 3D models. Now, the 3D models that Ms. G and I provide you with, most of the time are going to be locked models, meaning that you won't be able to resize or scale them, because we want to make sure that whatever you add on to it, that you are seeing realistic proportions so that when we put it into the 3D printer, it will print at an accurate size. So on the left hand side, we're going to click Classes. You will see your class, which would be STEM period, whatever you have it, period 5, period 8, period 1, period 3. But for us, this is the tutorial, so we're going to click Tutorials, and then you'll see actually our next lesson, which is called Testing Our New Skills, where you're going to be asked to make something with a partner. You will make one and your partner will make one. So we'll click Testing Our New Skills, and then here are the models for you and your partner, depending on what you choose, and you'll obviously change it to your names. But what you do is, to use this model, is you hit copy and tinker. It will make a copy into your TinkerCad profile, and now you can add things in. But if you look at this, if I click this model, it actually says scaling locked over here. And the reason that is, like I said, is so that you cannot resize this so that it will print accurately, especially that the first thing that we're doing is we're making something using threads. And threads are very, very, very finicky to make. So we're providing you with this first model as it is your first time trying to create something using a threaded locking system. But that's pretty much about it. I'm going to go back to the dashboard and now we can see all of our projects. And thank you so much for working your way through all 5 of these tutorial series. I hope these were helpful. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to Miss G or myself, and we'll be more than happy to help you.